Today we're going to learn about factoring, which is reverse distribution. Distribution was problems like 3 times 2 plus 3 times 5. And then you would break those down into figuring out, it's like, okay, 3 times 2 plus 5. So you could yank out a number, and then when you distribute it, you work it out that way. So this is more like reverse way, and this is when you split it down. This would be distribution, or the distributive property would be 5a plus 15, and we've done that previously. For reverse distributing, you would take a problem like 3 times 2 plus 3 times 5, and you have to decide what you're going to pull out to make it so that you can put it in the parentheses. I can take a 3 out. By taking a 3 out, I can put that on the outside, and then I just have left over the 2 and the 5 with that addition, so it's 2 plus 5. So if you do this and break it down some more, this would be 3 times 2 plus 3 times 5. So what you're doing is you're making this one, and you're kind of shrinking it down. Another example of that would be like 5 times 4 plus 5 times 6. So this one you would be able to take the 5's out. So 5 goes on the outside of the parentheses. Then it's just the 4 plus the 6. Now you might say, well, why would we do that? That doesn't make any sense. Why can't you just take 20 plus 30 and just use order of operations? It becomes a little different once you use variables. For this one, I'm going to put a variable in. So on this one, you would say 3 times a plus 6. So 3a plus 6. Now, is there something that I can pull out of there? Yeah, I can pull this 3 out of there. I'll just show you the example. I think that's the best way to explain it. I take the 3 out, and this would be like 3 times a, which would give me 3a. Then I have to have the addition, and to get this 6, 3 times what is 6? It's 2. So I get 3 times the quantity of a plus 2. Remember, no space means multiplication. So in other words, what I've done is I've taken this one, and I've made it smaller, essentially. These two, pretty simple. Just ask yourself, okay, what goes into both 5 and 15? Well, 5 does. So I can pull a 5 out of there. So 5 times b is 5b, so that works. There's an addition sign, and then I have to say 5 times what is going to be 15, and I know that's 3. So I get 5 times b plus 3. For this one, I have to look at 8 and 24. I find out what goes into both, and it's 8 goes into both. So then I put 8 on the outside. I can pull that 8 out. A plus, because that's going to be 8a, plus 3. So it's 8 times the quantity of a plus 3. Now these ones are a little bit more difficult because you have to say, okay, what's going to go into both, but it's not going to be a whole number because 15 does not go into 20. So you just ask yourself, okay, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 goes into both. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope, it's just 5 is the one that goes into both. So I would take the 5 out, but now I have to make that 5 times something to equal 15b. Well, 5 times 3 is 15, so 5 times 3b is 15b. And then I have to figure out something to make for 20, and then 5 times 4 would be 20. So if I broke this one down, I would get 15b plus 20. For this one, I would take 6c plus 15. I have to find out what goes in both 6 and 15. 1 doesn't, 2, no, 3. 3 does. 4, 5, 6, and it's only 3. So 3, I'll pull 3 out of there. So I have to have 3 times something equals 6c. That would be 2c, because 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 2c is 6c. Plus, to get this 15, 3 times something is 15. 3 times 5. So that is our answer for that one. So now go to the next video, just click on it, and you do a split screen practice. Again, bringing it in from YouTube, put it next to the other one, see if you have it, do it right, and then there'll be an assignment after that you can put it on.